The highly anticipated MONAD airdrop is finally happening tomorrow on the 14th. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know about MONAD, this airdrop, as well as their upcoming mainnet and different ways that you can farm that ecosystem in order to gain rewards in case you missed out on this airdrop. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Now, when I say MONAD is highly anticipated, I am not exaggerating. They have been working on this for years now. And in the pre-market trading on Hyperliquid, the current market cap is going at $7 billion FDV. So this is going to be one of the largest drops of the year. And I think a lot of people are going to change their lives from this airdrop to whomever ended up farming it. Now, if you don't know anything about MONAD, it is a layer 1 blockchain that is EVM compatible. And they're saying that due to this parallelization and a bunch of other innovative breakthrough features that they've been able to solve the blockchain trilemma and have an EVM compatible layer 1 while also having 10,000 transactions per second, super low block finality, and being able to run the nodes and infrastructure to decentralize the network for as low as $1,500. If you want a really great rundown, I'm going to post this X link where they have a 5-minute video going into the tech a little bit more in a simple way. And I'm also going to have the blog that explains how this blockchain works for those that are a little bit more techie. The big things that you need to know is that it is a layer 1. A lot of people keep thinking it's a layer 2, but it is a layer 1 and it is EVM compatible, meaning all of the different developments and dApps and coding, all of that stuff from Ethereum is able to be easily imported over into MONAD, which is a really big deal because a lot of times these new blockchains, if they're using completely different code and infrastructure, have a hard time attracting builders. They're also saying that they can get that 10,000 transactions per second at that 800 milliseconds finality with sub 1 second block times. So it's pretty insane. And they're able to do this through parallel execution, decoupling the execution and consensus. They have a custom state database, and they have a different version of consensus and finality with this single shot finality. Really interesting stuff. I did a little bit of a deep dive on it, and I've been impressed of what I've seen so far and think it really checks off so many of the boxes I look for. There's been so many different EVM layer 2s like Abstract, Base, Arbitrum, you name it. And the fact that we've gotten a layer 1 with all of this speed and low cost, while at the same time having that compatibility, while at the same time having such a huge community behind them and people that have been working on it for a long time, is the reason that we're seeing the FDV in this pre-market do so well. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I get involved in this and how do I take advantage of this is going to be a super awesome blockchain? Well, because it is on EVM, you can use all of your different EVM wallets and infrastructure. So for example, you can use your Rabi wallet or your MetaMask wallet, and supposedly Phantom is also going to be adding MONAD. So a lot of the different wallets out there you'll be able to use. Their MON token is claimable tomorrow to everyone that qualified, and this is going to be their main gas token when it comes to transacting on MONAD. So most likely, you're going to have your Rabi wallet, and then you're going to have the MONAD chain that can get added. And then once it's added, you'll have to send MONAD over there or claim MONAD on there. And that's going to be how you transact in the ecosystem. Speaking of their ecosystem, MONAD Momentum is their accelerating ecosystem growth. And what they're doing is they just had their first wave of projects get accepted on September 28th. And these projects are going to have user acquisition incentives, aka they're probably going to get some MON tokens in order to get more people to use those different platforms. And I think if you missed out on farming this airdrop, either through posting about it on X or being in their Discord or playing around in their testnet, this will be the second best opportunity. Actually investing in some of these early stage launches on their mainnet with these different products and potentially getting these additional MON points through their MON Momentum program. So very similar to Blast if you remember going on Blast. I'll have all of these links in the description of the video, but they have an ecosystem catalog where you can see all of the projects that are building on this chain. And I'm sure a lot of platforms that are already built using EVM are simply going to add MONAD because it's extremely easy. Now, we don't know when their mainnet is going to be. They have been teasing that it is going to be this quarter. And with the token airdrop happening tomorrow, I do have a feeling that this is going to happen any day now. And what's cool is you can go to their testnet, testnet.monad.xyz. Once again, I'll have all these links in the description. And when you click on it for the first time, it'll ask you to connect your X as well as your Discord and check to send faucet tokens to your main EVM wallet. Now you have to have at least 0.03 Ethereum in order to do this. I don't know how much that is. I think it's something like $50, and you'll be able to get these test MON tokens. And on their testnet site, you're able to buy different things and interact with the different apps in their ecosystem to potentially qualify for that airdrop. Now, because that airdrop is most likely going to be one time, odds are if you do this today, you're not going to get anything, right? Now, if they do multiple seasons on their testnet and they don't go to mainnet right away, maybe it's worth your time playing around with this a little bit and getting educated on the ecosystem. But one of the reasons that I wanted to bring this up is instead of going through all of these different 300 applications, they have a featured apps list on this testnet MONAD where you can test these different platforms. So for example, Drake is a perp dex, and then they have Rare Bet Sports, which is daily fantasy sports. And they have all of these different applications that are most likely going to have MON incentives, as well as different opportunities to get into their tokens early on or participate in their testnet in order to qualify for an airdrop for that specific protocol. They had also partnered with 20 different NFT projects that all got these testnet mints that you can buy right now over on Magic Eden. Now, most likely these are going to get some sort of airdrop, but it's highly speculative, and I don't know if it's too late to do that, but I figured I'd bring up that there's already these sort of mints that you can get over on their testnet, and a lot of them are going for a lot of money already, 2.6K, 6.5K, 6.7K, and odds are probably too late into the game to purchase. So my personal strategy is to go on these different apps that are featured within their ecosystem and participate in them. And then by participating in them, I hope that I can get an airdrop from that specific protocol, or I can get some MON tokens very similar to the Blast Gold farming. And even though I might not get the main airdrop that people are going to be able to claim tomorrow, at least this is the second best opportunity for anyone that's late to the game, especially if you believe this chain is going to be a lot bigger in the future. I wanted to say quickly too that if you're looking for some sort of crypto community where you can stay on top of these different plays and news, check out Jelly Cubes. I'll have this in the description of this video. It's literally $10 a week or $30 a month. You get access to our community, and I'm personally going to be in the trenches for MONAD, very similar to being in the trenches of BNB this past week, looking for different plays and opportunities. And I really want to get more of the MONAD community into our Discord because it's something that we haven't really covered too much, but I think has a lot of potential, especially over the next couple months. The final thing that I want to bring up here is please be careful and don't get scammed, guys. MONAD has already dropped the link to claim, and you can go to their main X. Once again, I'll have this in the description of this video. It's claim.monad.xyz. It'll show you what place in line you were. I was the 450,000th, and you'll be able to claim your tokens on here. As far as the mainnet goes, we don't know when the mainnet is going to be. They might do this airdrop tomorrow, then open up mainnet right away, or they might have mainnet in a month or so. Just know that they said that it is going to be in 2025. That wraps up today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, check out our alpha community, Jelly Cubes, in the description of this video if you want to stay on top of these different plays within the ecosystem. And much love to everyone that watched. I'll catch y'all later.